I want to play my Gibson Les Paul Traditional 120th anniversary. We're gonna find out if this is any good. This video isn't like other videos out there, you know, where they talk for like 7.5 minutes and only play for 1.5 minutes. We're gonna play this quite a bit. Just try to save the yammering until later on. And as always, the signal chain is listed in the description down below. There's also chapter markers, so if you want to skip around, you can do that. But enough talking, let's get after it. Can't really do a review on YouTube nowadays without talking about the specs, right? So I'm gonna try and do that as quick as I can, and then we'll get some more sound samples. We have a glossed, nitro finished slab of mahogany that is not weight relieved, and a carved maple top. We then have a fat baseball bat 50s mahogany neck with a thick rosewood fretboard and the trapezoid inlays. And of course, on the 12th fret, a little controversial 120th anniversary to denote the 120th anniversary of Gibson. On the front of the headstock, we have the inlaid Gibson logo along with the silkscreened Les Paul model, and then we have the truss rod cover that says traditional. On the back of the headstock here, you should find Kluson Vintage Deluxe tuners. However, I have changed things around and somehow I have the green button Gibson Kluson style Vintage Deluxe tuners. We also have 2 volume and 2 tone, a 3-way toggle switch, and that controls the 59 Tribute humbuckers. And as far as a bridge, we have a Nashville style Tone Pros Tune-o-matic with a stop bar. That's enough about the specs. Here's 5 more sound samples. And as I say in all of the video reviews that I do, the next part here I have to do to appease the internet. What I try and do here is prevent tears from forming themselves into comments. It is highly beneficial, so we are going to play clean with the 3 pickup positions. But I've always found it beneficial to hear it with a little bit of like mild gain. So here's that. For our potentiometers here, we have Gibson potentiometers that have the orange drop capacitors. So let's go ahead and turn some knobs and hear what they sound like. Now you're not seeing double here, but I do have the 120th anniversary Gibson Les Paul Standard Plus. So traditional, standard, non-weight relieved, modern weight relief, thick baseball bat neck, slim taper asymmetrical neck, double A flame top, quadruple A flame top. So for curiosity's sake, let's just go ahead and do a comparison between both of these guitars. Might also be curious what happened to the traditionals. The traditionals actually were discontinued, however, they were just reintroduced as the Gibson Les Paul Standard 50s. So non-weight relieved, baseball bat neck, 50s baseball bat neck. So let's stop rattling off some of the different features here, and let's just do a quick comparison between both of these guitars. Gibson wasn't the only guitar brand having an anniversary of sorts. During 2014, Fender also had the 60th anniversary of the Stratocaster, so I do have their 60th anniversary American Standard Strat. There's definitely a price difference between both of these, but just to amuse myself, let's go ahead and do a comparison. We're not going to do all 5 pickup positions here. We're just going to do the bridge, middle, and then the neck. So those are all of the different sound samples and different comparisons for this video here. So it's at this point in the video where I'd like to talk about whether or not I find this to be a good guitar. And this is actually one of my favorite Les Pauls that I own. I own 15 different Les Pauls, 15 Strats as well. But this one here, just because the non-weight relieved body and the baseball chunky neck that it has, it just has a lot of mojo going with it, and it just really suits me well. I find it very, very comfortable to play. That is something that you do have to go and try for yourself before buying it. You want to make sure that it's not too heavy for you, and you want to make sure that the neck is not too thick for you. Some people do find it uncomfortable. Some people actually have said they get hand cramps after playing it for a little while, maybe like an hour or two. So that is something to keep in mind for this. We're talking guitars here. Personal preference plays the biggest role in whether you personally think that a guitar is good or not. And with the fact that this is a gloss nitro finished guitar that has no weight relief, that means you're going to feel a lot more presence in your playing. So when it's on your body and then you're playing it itself, you'll feel it in your body and in your hands that it feels a little more solid. So you're feeling that like mid-range of the guitar. Some people prefer that. Some people actually prefer feeling a lot more resonance. That's where weight-relieved guitars come in, and as well, weight-relieved guitars that have like a satin finish, there's a lot more resonance in those. But to me, the fact that this has that more solid feel to it, there's a lot more presence in the playing, it just makes it a lot more comfortable for me to play leads. It's more inspiring for me to play leads. As well, it just can't beat playing rhythm on a non-weight relieved Les Paul, especially when you're down-tuned. It's just, you play an open whatever you're down-tuned to, and it just kind of makes you feel a little godlike. I do find it odd that there's no ABR1 bridge on here though, but it is something that at the time in 2014, Tone Pros were, and they still are, like a popular upgrade to do. Usually it's on like, usually you'd want to get the metric version for like non-US made guitars where, you know, if you're doing this on a bridge and it wiggles a little, or if the saddles are moving, like if you're taking the strings off and you can push the saddles down, a lot of people do find it good to upgrade to the Tone Pros. So I can kind of understand why they went that route. to at least advertise, hey, we have tone pros on our guitars now. But it is kind of odd with the traditional spec that it doesn't have an ABR1 on it. And just for those who are curious, yes, I changed the knobs. I'm a bit of a nerd. I don't like the speed knobs and I really prefer the bell knobs. So I did change those. The guitar did come with pointers though, but if it didn't, I would put them on. So that's it for this video. That's really all I have to say. I love this Les Paul. It's a great player. I'm someone who loves non-weight relieved Les Pauls. And especially the gloss nitro finish. So that's really all I gotta say. Great player, go check one out. Thanks for watching.